Sean Lennon here, Pro Wrestling Enforcer Podcast. We are excited today, a little over 24 hours before AEW Revolution will be televised on pay-per-view and in North America, but all over the world. And we've got fans from all over the world. And joining me today, of course, we have Thomas Lee, Norbz Cabrera from Tea Time with Tommy. They join us from up north in Canada. Big AEW fans as well, and they've been doing their pro wrestling podcasts, big things. We know that they've been interviewing some WWE legends recently, so we appreciate you guys being taking time to be on Pro Wrestling Enforcer Podcast, guys. I hope you enjoy the content we've been putting out lately and stuff like that.
So I just want to tell everyone on Enforcer Podcast that this man is the hardest worker in the business. So watch this guy's show. He is just out there working hard.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And also, I don't know if you guys get a chance to check out the MMA stuff I've been doing as well, Fight League, because that's a whole nother beast as well.
Oh yeah. You're watching the event tonight, right, Sean? At 2:59.
Yes, I'll be watching. I host at a bar by me called Mullins, and one day I'm hoping to tell the owner that we need to host an AEW pay-per-view at the bar. One day, if we can draw enough fans to come and we're outside of this pandemic. I think we can do it. If we can bring some wrestlers that are known as guests, because we had this bar, we had this big restaurant, and I don't know if you knew about it. It was a little place. Well, it was a big restaurant, but small location. It's called the Windy City. It's called the Squared Circle. Have you heard about this place? Did you guys hear
about it?
Yes,
I have.
It was with Victoria. She owned the bar. Lisa Marie Varon. Fortunately, it has closed its doors. But they used to have professional wrestlers coming, like known wrestlers used to come in there and be guests of the bar, and you know what I mean, and used to hang out with the fans and stuff. So I want to create that and bring that environment back one day. So we're doing UFC for right now, but eventually, hopefully, we can talk to bar owner and getting AEW pay-per-views on.
Yeah, that'd be an excellent idea. Sure. Yeah, get all the fans back into that kind of environment. It's we've missed so much of the socialization, within the recent years. So hopefully we get all that back.
Yeah,
someday.
definitely. And we let's go over the card, man. Great card with Revolution on tap. I mean, this is one of those dream match cards that we're waiting for such a long time. To take place. I think AEW, they build the anticipation up of each pay-per-view because it's only 4 times a year. So you got to wait between each pay-per-view. There's a lot of time to build up the characters, the storylines, and every show has been off the hook. I haven't think they've done one bad pay-per-view so far.
Yeah,
maybe not all of them were at the level of the other ones. Not everyone is at the highest level, but wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, like it's cutting edge. Like AEW is a marketing team, I believe, is bar none, like one of the best in the world right now in sports entertainment, and they just have the characters and the marketing behind it to just make it out there. So right now, yeah, WWE better watch out because wow, AEW is making strides. They got Paul right now. Formula's a big show on there. Shaq's coming in right now. I mean, they're getting celebrities. Snoop Dogg came in there commentating too. Yeah. I mean, like, wow, great job on AEW's part.
Yeah, like I said, it's cutting edge, and they're unique. They're the wrestling alternative right now to WWE, and there's just so much matches that they create. With with some of the up and coming stars, they match them up with the established ones. Every now and then, and also those unique matches and the high risk that they put up every single week in Dark and in the Dynamite episodes. They're really picking up steam. There's ahead of them this year, despite the pandemic. They're incredible right now. Tony Khan and the guys there are doing an incredible job, really delivering this product to the older wrestling generations like you and I. The 18 to 49 demographics is amazing. They're doing so much incredible numbers there in that category.
Yeah, I agree, and you got to look at like this card. When we have the main event to the last match, every match stacked. Like every match could be match of the night, and I think that's what their formula is for AEW. They're always going to bring the best matches. Like they'll have the matches go on long. They'll give them enough time, and not only that, but they'll throw different.
Yeah.
They'll have different looks. It feels different. The pay-per-view feels different. With WWE, when I watch their pay-per-view, it feels like a Raw. It feels like a long, it just feels like a Monday Night Raw and Sunday night. You don't get that feel. When you get AEW, you get the feel that this is it. This is just totally different than the rest of the shows. Yeah, so the first match, let's talk about it of the night. We're going to talk about the Tag Team Casino Royale. And the amount of tag teams that already have been listed for the show is amazing. What do you guys think of the matches?
Wow, that's so many great wrestlers will be a part of it. AEWDynamite, they had the AEW or each other all over the place. It's going to be something that I think they should start the match off with on AEW Revolution because it's a good opening match to have. But a ton of great superstar wrestlers there, vying for the WWE Championship against the Young Bucks, whoever will win. So yes, it's definitely a match for fans to see.
I do like the idea of starting off the pay-per-view like that with a battle royal just to get the fans going. And each of these tag teams have already made a name for themselves in AEW, and whether in Dark or in Dynamite, they're really making some headways, and they're really impressing the fans with all that what they have. The Dark Order, the Varsity Blondes, there's just so much plethora of talent out there, and any one of them could establish themselves as a tag team, champions in the future. Definitely, I'd like to see so much action, especially in this battle royal. It's not gonna point a lot of people, and it's a great way to start off the show with a pay-per-view like that, with a battle royal for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Any player who you think wins this one?
It's tough. It's very tough.
The Pentacle guys are in there, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, Penta and Ray Phoenix.
I think they're the favorites. Like those guys are heart and the high flying athleticism.
Probably the because they are super talented, high flying, just an exciting alliance there. I won't be surprised if they pick up the victory.
You're talking about Pac and Phoenix?
Yeah.
Phoenix, I like. Wow, that guy's one tough wrestler. He's making waves. I can see him being a champion someday.
I've had
Pac and Phoenix.
Yeah, I've had the fortune to see these guys wrestle live, like in the smaller shows.
I envy you.
Pentagon,
wow.
We envy you, Sean.
I got to see these guys live and perform. I got to see Phoenix when he was with AEW. He did a show called Gali Lucha, and it's a really small Mexican wrestling show. It just was really animated. It was a lot of fun. He was in the main event. And, just seeing how far they've come, it's amazing. And Pentagon's in the Revolution match, face the Revolution match, we'll talk about next. But yeah, my pick is Pentagon, is Phoenix and Pac to win this one. There's another couple teams. Top Flight is in there. They just added the Gun Show. The Gun Club, rather. They added
the Varsity Blondes there in that match.
I believe they are.
Yep, Varsity Blondes, I believe they're in there.
Feldman and Garrison.
Yeah. And Mike and Matt Seidel and SCU, which is Kazarian and Christopher
Wow.
Daniels.
So much excitingness.
Yeah.
What a way to kick off the event.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic. And another teams to watch out that you may not be familiar with is Bear Country. I've seen these guys perform at the independent shows. They're really good.
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody could walk out.
They kind of remind me of Ron and Don Callis. Yeah.
Yes.
And remember Ron, Jacob and Eli Blue in WWE. They remind me of that team. Very big dudes, and yeah, very tough, hard hitting men.
Yeah, for sure.
Very big dudes. Yes, that's key.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens in this one, and we'll go on to the next match, and of course that's going to be another exciting one is Miro and Kip Sabian versus Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor in a tag team match. Of course, we know the whole storyline behind this, and I really enjoyed Miro getting that opportunity in AEW, like from where he was as Rusev, and now they really canceled him in WWE. It was sad, like. He had the Rusev Day thing going, and then they just, didn't know what to do with him next. He just got lost in the shuffle, like so many great superstars. But now we're seeing him play this character who just seems kind of like too full of himself. You know what I mean? And Miro, way too full of himself, and kind of like you don't know what exactly he's hinting at. I think him and Cape Sabian may turn on each other, but right now they're a cohesive unit. They're my pick to win this match with Penelope Ford in their ringside. And, another thing is I've enjoyed Penelope Ford watching her wrestle. Like, she's good in the ring. I think she needs to get away from just being the manager position, and she should get opportunities to be in the women's division more often. But with that being said, I think that she's going to help them get the win over Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy.
I just got to ask you guys, like, is this rivalry still going on? Hasn't this been going on for months?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how much longer AEW is going to carry this rivalry. Like, they got to move on here, guys. Like, I mean, like Miro, Kip Sabian, Cassidy. Like, I think it's time to move on. Like, what?
Yeah,
it's a great rivalry, great athletes, great wrestlers. But I mean, like, yeah, this has been going on for months. This rivalry.
It has been, unfortunately, with the whole.
Yeah. I mean, like Rusev is he's got so much more potential. So much more potential than just being at a tag team with Kip Sabian. I mean, like they're a good duo, partners wise. But in terms of like future bookings, yeah, definitely you're right. Penelope Ford should focus more on the women's division and gun for that women's title. Kip Sabian, he can be on his own. He's got an amazing talent there. Very much like Sammy Guevara type individual. Miro has so much to prove to himself in AEW. Like, I know that he had a good thing going in WWE, but he apparently just got buried from eventually later on in his career in WWE, and now he's looking for more in AEW. And I do think that this rivalry could possibly end real soon. I'm not sure how much interest the fans have left for this little rivalry, but I do think that there's more to it than that. There's just plenty more potential for Miro. For best friends, I can't wait for them to come back. And Orange Cassidy, I mean, he's made a name for himself. There's just so much potential now for these guys to move on to another angle at some point this year.
I agree. We'll see what happens. It just, like you said, the rivalry has been a little bit longer than it should have been. It's been kind of wearing on us right now. It was, I think it started like in the fall of 2019 and just keep going.
Yeah,
going.
It just lingered.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, with a talent Orange Cassidy, I'm very sure like AEW is an amazing marketing team, but they can do better using Orange Cassidy, the talent that he's got with the combination of his wrestling athleticism and his mic skills. Like, they got to use him more than just this rivalry. But that's just my opinion. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy put an end to it, but one way or another, it's going to come to an end. So that's kind of like what we're grateful of. It kind of reminds me of the Team Taz, Sting, and Darby, because that's been going on a while as well. That seems to have been going on since like end of December.
That one's been going on too long.
Yeah.
What's going on with AEW marketing, guys? Like, I mean, oh my goodness, but they're doing great. But these long rivalries,
it's because of the gap in pay-per-views.
Oh, go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
You think that's the reason why? Because there's a gap in the pay-per-views, and that's why they have to build up the rivalry for so long.
I'm not sure if it's like the gap in the pay-per-views. Like, that's a good point though, Sean. You bring up, it could play a big role. But I mean, I guess like maybe if the fans like to see some rivalries go on, like for instance, in my opinion, like MJF and John Moxley one, they should have kept that going.
Yeah.
because you got two of the hottest guys on the mic.
Yes.
And I don't think they should have ended that one quickly. But like, there's other maybe the fans, AEW fans, want to see these rivalries keep going on. But like, I mean, basically, Sting and Darby Allin, yeah, that's been going on far too long with Team
Yeah.
Taz and the Best Friends and Miro and Sabian. That's like, I mean, they know more than I do. The marketing team, of course, AEW marketing team. But I mean, they got to move on with some of these. Orange Cassidy and like Darby Allin, they're just too talented to just in the same rivalry.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that the Darby Allin and Sting alliance, you know, I mean it's been going on for quite some time now. However, Darby Allin should really focus on defending his TNT championship, and I mean Sting with his age and everything, he's probably being used temporarily as an in-ring performer. Maybe he's gonna do a lot more behind the scenes. But this rivalry with Team Taz,
Mhm.
it could probably very much end soon. You know, especially dealing with Sting's age. But for Brian Cage, I mean, and Ricky Starks, they can, you know, definitely move on to bigger, better things. Perhaps challenge for a tag team championship, or make that FTW championship eventually relevant.
Yeah.
I think Darby Allin should really focus on his TNT championship run, because I know he's waiting for that eventual challenger coming up after the ladder match. He should definitely focus on defending the championship. With Sting's age and everything, I do think that you know, he's probably going to be used temporarily as an in-ring performer. I mean, one of these matches will, you know, he's going to be competing in, but I don't think that he's going to be performing, you know, for a long time because of his age. But I'm sure that AEW will have maybe Sting work on some behind the scenes stuff, because he's so good at that. He can help out with the booking. And Brian Cage, I really want the FTW championship to be relevant in AEW at some point, because I think that's gonna make headways. You know, there's only like 3 titles in AEW or whatever, a few titles, but the FTW championship seems to be an opportunity to make it big, to make it more marketable, and I think Brian Cage could anchor that at some point in time this year. And Ricky Starks, so much talent. You know, he's made a name for himself in the NWA. Um, Definitely, he's going to be possibly you know, going to separate ways. But yeah, I mean, this street fight that we're gonna see is probably gonna be the only time we're ever gonna see this alliance with Sting and Darby Allin happening against Team Taz.
Yeah.
So possibly after that, I mean, yeah, definitely. There are more opportunities for these talents to be booked somewhere else in the show.
For sure, man. I think it's gonna be a cinematic match from what I've seen. I would say, like, you know, when you look at that at where they're at, obviously Sting is gonna be a cinematic match. It's gonna be like kind of like the match we saw with Sami Callihan and Matt Hardy, which I thought match was kind of sloppy. Like, it just seemed like they went to too many different places in that one. They always go back to the Hardy compound, and you get to see, you know, Senior Benjamin and
Yeah.
and
Oh,
you know, all that weird
that was
stuff.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that
but
was insane in the Hardy compound. Yeah,
yeah,
that was amazing.
And Sammy Guevara and Hardy in the compound.
Yeah,
Oh
Sammy
man,
Guevara. Yeah.
such a good match.
yeah. But hopefully, it's going to be an interesting one, and I think that I'm actually going with Darby Allin and Sting to win this one.
I
I
would think
agree.
so too. Yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
You know, can I ask you guys something? Like, wouldn't it be great if they added one more into that faction for Sting and Darby Allin?
Yeah,
Because, like, I mean, Team Taz is 5 in his
exactly.
faction, so like, hey, like adding like a Big Show or you know, some other legendary wrestler would come out of nowhere, like maybe Lex Luger,
No, I don't think
getting
so.
like, you know,
He's
getting
he's He's in a wheelchair.
Oh, definitely not Lex.
Yeah.
No, but like it'd be good to see another third member
Right.
added to that Darby Allin Sting team because they're really good as a duo, but because Team Taz is growing, right? So it'd be good to maybe they can make their own faction, guys.
That's true, man. I'd love to see it, but we'll see, man. Maybe Aleister Black could come over, man. That'd be awesome.
Oh man,
there you go.
I can't wait for that
Oh.
that guy to like Aleister Black. I Russell, and he has such a good character, and I won't be surprised that if AEW signs him along the way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's not really being used in AEW right now. His name was originally Tommy End, so like if they could obtain him, he could definitely fit into that faction. But whoever is in AEW right now, I can't really off the top of my head, but think about it. How about you guys?
Well, maybe I'm surprised Tessa Blanchard hasn't signed on with AEW yet. That's pretty shocker to me.
Well, let's talk about the face of the Revolution match because there is a match that contains Cody Rhodes, Scorpio Sky, Pentagon El Zero Mero, Lance Archer. Now we know Max Caster and one person that is yet to be unnamed. So yet to be named. So we know what happened last time I had that match. Brian Cage, he got involved in that ladder match. I think it was like forget exactly what the name was. It Casino Royale ladder match. I think it was.
I believe it was. Yeah.
Casino.
It was like one of the ladder matches.
Right. So this is like their signature ladder match for this pay-per-view. So who is that mystery? Who's the sixth man? And you mentioned Tessa Blanchard. That could possibly be someone that would come out and be part of the match. Right?
It'd be Tessa. Hey, John Cena, guys. No, John Cena would make
no. Oh man,
well,
that's a hard sell for McMahon. Losing John Cena like that, it's like losing a part of his heart.
Well, you remember, guys, Big Show mentioned last AEWDynamite that there was gonna be a special, guest coming AEW Revolution.
Yeah.
So could it be connected to that sixth person? There's rumors are flying right now through other wrestling podcasts. Is it gonna be John Cena? Is it gonna be even like as far as to go The Rock, or is it gonna be like The Undertaker? Like, it's just craziness going on. But it'd be or Tessa Blanchard. There's a lot of good wrestlers out there. Who knows?
I'm just throwing it out there. It possibly could be Christian. He's a free agent right now. He's coming off the Royal Rumble appearance. I won't be surprised if it's Christian, and would be nice to go back to the old name Christian Cage. So there could be two Cages in AEW at some point in time. But it could be anybody. This sixth person. But I'm actually looking forward to this match. I do love ladder matches. There's always like a lot of high risk and a lot of brutality involved in ladder matches. So pitting all these guys, Cody Rhodes, Penta El Zero, Miro, Scorpio Sky, and Lance Archer and Max Caster. They really put a lot of the high risk talent here, the talent that are championship worthy, and I won't be surprised if Scorpio Sky would end up winning that match. Maybe throwing it out there out of left field. I think to me Scorpio Sky is the favorite to win in this one.
Yeah, I could see that happening. My theory is that the person who comes out, and Tessa Blanchard, that's kind of like a long shot. The one that I see that might be possible is Ethan Page. He just got released from Impact Wrestling.
Yes, Ethan Page. Yeah.
Left. So it could be, and then remember, there's also we could see an Impact wrestler come over that's not signed. That's not signed AEW, but signed Impact.
Absolutely.
And that's where kind of like my whole theory with Tessa Blanchard, because she left Impact on a sour note. So unless AEW won't accept her back, unless Impact accept her back. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of feel like it'd have to be like a mutual between both promotions that she would be back, because they're going to be mixing the women and the men and all their divisions up. They're going to have wrestlers going to Impact, wrestlers from Impact going to Dynamite. They're going to see more and more of that. And another guy that someone mentioned on a previous podcast, said that Ace Austin could be the sixth man coming over from Impact.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, I won't isolate any of the Impact wrestlers coming into this match. Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Eddie Edwards could be.
It's just bring RVD. bring RVD. Oh yeah, true, Sean.
My pick for like I think the person who's the mystery opponent might be the winner, but if it wasn't for him, I am gonna go with Pentagon. I'm wearing the shirt right now, man, and I think he needs to get something big to happen for him. Like what moment would be if Pac and Phoenix they win the tag team battle royal, and Pentagon he wins the ladder match. Like that would be huge. So I'm going with him. Like I said, Scorpio Sky certainly see that happening. Cody could win it. Lance Archer could win it. Those two are up there, but we'll see. I mean, and then whoever the sixth man is, whoever that could be, that'd be a shocker. They could come out winning it, just like Brian Cage won it back in Double or Nothing last year.
Yeah, totally.
So it's gonna be RVD then, right, guys? RVD's coming out.
Not with Katie Forbes. They don't want to bring.
Oh my gosh! True. Don't bring her in. Sorry, but.
Oh yeah, what do you got against Katie Forbes?
I don't have anything against her, but like, I mean, was the interest level really good when Katie Forbes and RVD was an Impact? Like I wasn't sure about the.
They got banned on Twitch.
That was great. Yeah, Twitch,
did
exactly.
Yeah, there was like that bedroom video they did.
Oh my gosh!
And the hotel.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Like,
yeah, they got bitch. They got Twitch banned them just for that video.
Oh dear.
They got banned by Twitch. Wow.
Well,
I think their chemistry
too much
is good.
for nothing.
Yeah,
I think their chemistry is good. Norbz.
Yeah, it's it has it's every dog has its day. So that's all I'll say on that one. The next match we're talking about is Adam Page and Matt Hardy in the big money match. What do you guys think happened in this one? It's all right, Matt. It's not something like I'm overly excited about. Probably like, I put this one with Miro, Kip Sabian versus, Chuck Taylor, best friends, and Orange Cassidy. Like these two are the kind of like the ones that are like, they're all right.
I totally agree with you, Shai. I think it's just one of those matches that had to be a filler.
Yeah.
So you have to find two guys to fill it out.
Right, but usually all the matches
money
are good.
thing in there. Like I mean, overall matches are great. And I'm not like knocking Hardy and Hangman, but I mean, I totally agree with you. It's not like that sizzle, right?
No.
People are really want to see. So it's like they have to fill a matchup. Might as well just use that instead. So I would have taken Thunder Rosa. Like she's making headway right now. She need a match filler right now because she's actually like. Yeah, no, seriously, she's doing great right now.
She's in the buy-in match with Britt Baker, isn't it?
Oh wait, she's already in the match. Okay,
Thunder Rosa.
My fault.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, that's the buy-in match.
She and Rio.
That's my bad.
Yeah, I mean.
And Reba.
Yeah. When it comes to this match with between Matt Hardy and Hangman Adam Page, yeah, you're right. I'm not sure about the interest level in this match, although the stipulation is very unique. Like we've never actually seen a wrestler put his income on the line for the quarter in a particular match of this magnitude. But I'm not really sure about the interest level, but I do think that Matt Hardy might lose this match because Hang side and Matt Hardy only has Private Party on his side. So I mean the Dark Order could really play a big role in this match in terms of numbers. I mean Adam Page could definitely win this match for sure with the buckshot lariat.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah.
I think Adam Page wins this match, and Matt Hardy goes bankrupt.
Big money to no money.
It should be for next quarter's earnings. Hasn't this quarter earnings already been spent and invested? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For next,
it's already March. Yeah, the first quarter is almost done.
Yeah, that's my only problem with this match.
Yeah. I think Hangman could be used more as well. There's just something missing with that guy. Like he's got the
Yeah.
talent and the charisma too, but AEW just doesn't want him to be a top headliner at times. But I think he's got what it takes.
Me
I
too.
just feel like he needs another edge to himself to propel himself in AEW right now.
Yeah, it's crowded at the top, you know, so everybody's got to, you know, find a way to get there. I think he will. He'll be back. I think the whole thing was he got the title shot so early on in his career, you know, and that kind of propelled him. But they're not letting him get back there just yet.